So what you need are a couple of spools of thread, any color that you want. You also need a pack of assorted needles, and make sure they're thick enough to pierce through the back of the iron-on patch. You also need a pair of scissors. Now I need 1 or 2 hats. I chose 2 different colors that I got from ASOS. And I also have 6 patches, 3 for each hat. 1 is for my sister and 1 is for me, as you can tell by the cat lady. Now prepare the sewing needle by putting the thread through the loop. Before you start sewing, make sure you pin the patch down in the desired place. So now I finished the banana and I did the pizza, and all you have to do is tie it off now. So let me just tie it off. I know it may look a bit messy, but that's the charm of it. You don't want something that looks like you can just buy from the store. You want something homemade and something that looks very, very, very personal to you. You can save the extra string for another patch, or you could use a totally different color. But that's how these two look. And then I have to sew this one on. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. I only sewed on 3 patches because that's all the hat could have taken. I think it looks pretty good for my first try. What do you guys think? And just so you know, even though this has a curse word here, it's for my sister. She chose the patches, so this is what she wanted on it. First thing you're going to need is a semi-precious gemstone. Now I ordered mine from Etsy. Preferably try to find one that is more than 2 inches long. Make sure it's rather big so when you do glue it to the piece of metal it shows. I forgot what mine is called, but it is a beautiful mosaic type of design on it. It's very beautiful. Next thing you need is a chain. I got a sterling silver chain from Etsy. This is about 16 inches, I believe. The reason I got it so short was because I wanted it to resemble a choker but not too much like one, you know, because it's a gemstone and it's going to be heavy. You might want it to have a little bit longer so it could hang properly. Next is glue. Now I originally had E6000 glue, but because I used it so much the cap would not come off because of the glue. It got stuck, so I decided to use single packets of Scotch super glue. Hopefully this will work. Next is a pair of scissors. And last is an empty soda can. So first what you're going to do is cut out a strip of metal from this can. And don't be afraid if it gets too messy, you can always refine it. Mine's a bit wet because I just washed my my can, but here it is, my strip. Maybe I should cut this end off and refine it. There we go. Perfect strip of metal. Now you can make this thinner if you want, but I chose mine to be thick so it fits around this. See? Now what you're going to do is place a little bit of glue on this end and then place a little glue. I don't want it to spill or anything. See, it's kind of dripping. So hold on, let me grab my so next you're gonna want to stick it down and then hold it. And by the time this dries, you want to glue the other side. See, it might get a little bit messy because of the glue, but just bear with me, it'll work. And then you might want to put a little bit of glue, down here, and then flip it over and hold down on it. Make sure there's enough space inside so you can loop your chain through. And luckily the can is black and a little bit of silver, so You can sort of see it, but the whole point, oh no, it's stuck, oh, god dang it. Okay, come on, don't stick to my finger. Okay, there we go. But this is where you'll loop your chain through. So let's dry for a bit. It should dry pretty quickly, so let's just fan it. Okay, it is glued. Now all we have to do is loop the chain through. Let's see if this fits. Oh. And it fits! Oh, I'm so lucky. It's my first time doing this. And there we have it. It is officially done. Look how quick and easy that was. Well, it wasn't that easy, but it was kind of quick. 2 minutes it took. So the first thing you're going to need is a headband. Now I got mine from Amazon, but you can get yours from Etsy if you want. I'll put the link down below from where I got mine from. It's pretty cheap, like $3. And make sure they have the rings so you can loop the flowers and the stems inside. The next item you're going to need is a bunch of flowers. Now these are fake paper flowers that I ordered from Etsy. Again, I'll put the link down below where you can find these ones. They were pretty expensive, but I think they're worth it because look how beautiful they are and look how beautifully detailed they are. I ordered 2 sets of red flowers in the medium size, and then I ordered 2 sets of the gray flowers in a small size. Now these also have the stem, the wire on the back, so you can loop them through the headband and they will fit perfectly. The next thing that you also need are leaves to also adorn with the flowers. They're gonna look really pretty with these. I also got these from Etsy at the same shop I got the flowers from. I'm only gonna use a couple of these because that's the look that I'm trying to go for. So the first thing you're gonna do is plan out where you're gonna place your flowers. Now you could just do this and then map out how many red roses you're gonna put and how many gray roses you're gonna put and then where your leaves are gonna be placed. It's pretty easy. It's a bit time consuming because you gotta put it through the loop like that, see, and then you have to pull it. It won't break, don't worry, it's made very sturdy, and then loop it around. Now if you're worried about it poking you, the end of it, you can get a hot glue gun, which I don't have at this moment, and you can glue it. Instead of looping it around, you can cut the stem and glue it exactly to where the loop is, so you don't have this long piece. But I'd rather not use the glue gun because it can burn and it can be very dangerous. So I'm doing a safe way. But look how pretty that looks. Okay, so I redid this one because I didn't like how it stemmed all the way over here. So I re-twined it to be a bit closer. Now I'm going to add this gray one into the same loop as the red rose. You don't have to do that. I do that because I like to see them clustered together. Because look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Now be careful when you're doing this because it can poke you and your hands will get tired. So you saw me loop it in. Now I'm just going to twirl it around. Close, close, close. So your hair won't get caught in the wire when you put it on. Now as I said, you can hot glue this, but I refuse to because hot glues are not my best friend. So there you go, that's how it looks. The last thing I'm going to add in this bunch is a leaf. Now in the next loop, in the back, right there, I'm gonna loop this through. If I could find it in this camera lens. Almost got it. Nope, didn't get it yet. Oh my god. It's gonna take a while, you guys. Got it in. Alright, we're good. We're Gucci, man. So leave it like this. Now you can position it any way you want. You can have it facing this way, like this. And then just loop it around. Any way you want. Just let it get messy. Because it doesn't matter. No one's going to see the wire. They're all going to see the flowers. And this. See? Look how pretty that is. You can move it any way you want. I would like it over here underneath the red rose. Gives it a pop of color. Well, it already has color. But I'm just saying it gives a little pop of extra color. Look at that. Now I will finish this and show you guys the finished product, okay? Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. So what I wanted to add was also a piece of fabric underneath the band. So the wire that you twirl around the band and tighten does not get caught in your hair. So it's very, very important that you put a piece of fabric underneath. And so I had some spare fabric hanging around. So I took a piece of that and I folded it up to be thick enough to protect, and then I used the E6000 glue and I just really messily glued it on. Like, the glue got everywhere. All my fingers, everywhere. So just be careful with that. You might be better off using a hot glue gun. I kind of preferred using this one. So there you go, that's the finished product.